Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to show us how to make a pillow cake with an udu on top of it. So as you can see, my udu pans were lined while we were baking. We don't like to take any chances at all. We've had cases where the cake will not be able to come out from the pan, so we line all our pans, we line them. We'd rather spend that extra money than tell stories. So let's decorate this cake together. So if you look at these pillow cakes, they are not level on top. So I'm going to trim off a little bit from each and then sandwich two of them together so that we can get our pillow pancake. When you bake cakes, especially very moist cakes, when they sit and cool down, you notice that the top becomes sticky. That's more like condensation. When you want to decorate your cakes, especially if you want those cakes to last for some time, please kindly take off that top layer. If not, that's where the cake will start spoiling from. Most times, customers will tell you, yes, they are going to use it immediately, but they don't. So make sure you remove that sticky part from your cake before you start decorating your cake so that your cake can last longer for you. So this pillow cake is not a very big cake, so I'm not going to trim. I'll try to minimize my trimming so that my customer can still have enough cake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the spaces, the blank spaces with crumb coats, thick crumb coats. Okay guys, so my cakes have rested a bit and I want to start covering them now. So I'm working on my fondant. I'm just trying to soften it. I'll start with the udu first. So for the udu, I'm going to roll my fondant in a circular way. Remember, when you roll, lift up to make sure it has not stuck to your board. Always do that so that you don't waste your time and effort. It's a bit sticky, so I'll use some corn flour. So I'm okay with this. It's not too thick, it's not too light, and my cake is not big, so this will be enough to cover it. So I've softened my buttercream just by adding a little water. I want it to be very light so that it will be very easy to spread on my cake. So I'm going to go ahead . This is going to make the fondant adhere easily to the cake. Remember, the crumb coat is like foundation in a woman's makeup. Then this buttercream is like cement between bricks for people who are building. The crumb coat helps to seal in everything so that you have a smooth surface to work with. If you've not watched my previous videos, please kindly do so. I explained it very well in our wedding cake, first wedding cake video. So now we're going to cover the cake. I don't like covering on top of turntable so that it doesn't slip off my hands. So gently use here to fold it in. Lift up, then fold in. Lift up, then fold in. So it's essential that you have a very good fondant. If not, it will tear on you. Lift and then fold in. Okay. So we've covered it essentially. I'm going to cut, but I won't cut exactly. I'll leave some space and then cut off the excess fondant. And I'll show you why. Okay. So now I'm going to lift this up. Okay. And then fold it in. So you just have to have very good fondant. So I'm just going to work it out and then use my fingers to pinch off the excess. Okay. So I would let me just drop it here briefly. I'll use tissue to clean off my board. Okay, and then I place it back. So it's all covered now. And I'm going to use my smoothers and just smoothen it out. Of it, I've added a bit of CMC to my fondant just so that it will firm up a little more. So I've just worked it into the fondant. And then I'll roll it. Just roll it to have that shape. A bit of corn flour. Okay. So this is long, so I'll cut it. I don't want it to be too long. So this is more like it. So I'm going to use the head of my knife and just make an indentation. You know how the calabash mouth is. So just going to, I don't want it to be too long, so just feel free to use your fingers very well. So we're just going to use a little water, just a little, and then I'll place it on top of my cake. It's very neat, very neat. So I have my skewer, I've cleaned it with tissue. So I have my skewer, I've cleaned it with tissue. Always make sure that whatever you're putting into your cake is dry, or else it will start growing mold if it's wet. So I'm going to use this to secure the head to the cake, and I will leave it here throughout the decoration. When I put my cake on top of the pillow cake, I'm going to push this down so that it holds two of them together in the main cake. So we have covered our wudu. Basically, I'll be back to show us how to decorate it, but for now we have covered it. If you want to use screen pads on it, you can use screen pads, you can put beads, you can do whatever you desire, but this is the basic covering for the cake. Thank you.